The mother country. Hey, here they make it real.
When they first touch down in Italy, Paulie is amazed. He's finally made it to the homeland, the land of his elders, before they made the trek to America to settle and create their own Italian enclave.
We invented this shit, and all these other cocksuckers are getting rich off.
Yeah, isn't it amazing?
And it's not just a money, it's a pride thing. All our food, pizza, calzone, buffalo mozzarella, olive oil. These fucks had nothing. They ate puzzi before we gave them the gift of our cuisine. But this is the worst.
Commendatore, you are already checked in.
Commendatore, like a commander. I like that. That's respect. Tom, you try this octopus yet?
I'm talking here. You're like a fucking child with the food and the pussy. What's going on here, Paulie?
It's a big thing to me, T. I was never over here, okay? My brother was, and my other brother, the doctor, was.
Yes, signor.
Can I just get some macaroni and gravy?
Ma che cos'è questo gravy?
Paolo, he doesn't know what you say. You mean gravies, uva.
Gravy, tomato sauce.
E poi dicono che i tedeschi andare in classe su pizza in mezzo.
In a literal sense, Paulie sees things that make Italy seem a bit small, not quite as majestic as he'd imagined, like a very small toilet for him to take a wicked shit. As for the people, they don't exactly give off warm vibes that make him feel welcomed.
Commendatore. Buongiorno. Cocksuckers.
And when the other guy says, "Who are you?" it seems like he doesn't fit in. Even when he's not really saying anything, just standing and watching the water. He still sticks out, apparently.
Commendatore. Buongiorno.
La conosco?
I'm from America.
È colanato. Lei mi ha tagliato I fili.
Based on some brief research, I believe this is the situation the man is referring to. And if so, the town where this happened is in northern Italy. We know that the whole north-south divide and the different cultures or cultural assumptions come up multiple times in the show.
You know, Carmela's mother-in-law, Livia, detested northern cooking. The father was like that, too. The whole Soprano bunch.
North of Italy always have the money and the power. They punish the South since hundreds of years. Even today, they put up their nose at us like we're peasants. I hate the North.
But those recipes that you used to send me from Tuscany, Lena, my God, they were a revelation.
Paulie talks about his grandpa traveling 3,000 miles as a little bambino to settle in the U.S. in 1910. And when he expresses excitement that the sex worker comes from the same town that his older relatives are from, he's so excited to have this newfound connection, but the excitement is not reciprocated.
He went to America in 1910. 3,000 miles. Un ragazzo, un piccolo bambino. All by himself. Yep, I'm Napolitan. Me and Tony both. He knows my mother's ill. Then he rules against me in this Morristown bullshit. Maybe you heard about it.
I don't stick my beak in.
Since Ralphie's bringing him all this espionage, Caro, I'm not insensitive. I heard too.
At the end of season 3, at a big family gathering, right after Jackie Jr.'s funeral, Paulie leaves early, and he ends up talking to the underboss of the Lupertazzi family. It's like he's looking for comfort and recognition in another family, where he feels more appreciated. He kind of feels lost right now.
How is Carmine?
He asks about you.
Give him my love.
I will. You like hearing that. He's not as well as he could be either, you know.
For me, this was one of the red flags in terms of Johnny Sack's intentions and how he feels about Carmine being the boss.
Is ever anything I can do? Anything.
In season 4, Paulie sits in jail for a few months, irritated and isolated both literally and communications-wise.
4 months inside, I'm supposed to skip down the street?
You're only as good as your last envelope. You know that.
And when he gets back from jail, he goes right to the guy who's been making him feel like part of the family. And then he learns that's basically one big joke, too.
Small world. The groom's dad is my third cousin. Beautiful ceremony, huh? So listen, about all this stuff that's going on, Tony and all.
What's your name again?
Paulie Gualtieri, Jersey.
Your father was run over by a trolley, right?
Johnny talked to you about me, right?
Johnny who? Sack? Talk to me about what?
You're a fraud and a phony.
And what are you going to end up like my Uncle Junior?
Or worse, like Paulie.
Oh, Mana.
Paulie.
Hey, Daddy, hold on a second.
I got pregnant. I had a baby.
A baby?
I did have a baby. Paulie. It was you.
Your father was run over by a trolley, right?
But, Ma,
Maria Lucia is your aunt. I'm your mom. Ow!
I just saw Aunt Dottie. And guess what? Turns out she's not my aunt.
Rather than appreciating Nucci for giving him the love and care of a mother for all those years and making sure he never went without, he calls her a fraud and a liar. By this point, Paulie really feels like he can't trust anyone, so someone with the mindset that he has, unfortunately, but not surprisingly, took it personally. Even though the reason they made these sacrifices and did all these things was for him, so he could have a good life.
She was a young girl. She wanted to be a nun.
Some cocksucker GI knocked her up during the war. Russ.
What?
My ma's my aunt. She adopted me to hide the family shame.
It was a big thing to me, T. I was never over here, okay? My brother was, and my other brother, the doctor, was.
Not only is my ma not my ma, who the fuck even knows who this Russ bastard is?
A doctor in the house, huh?
Unfortunately, my doctorate is in international affairs.
Oh, from Princeton.
G.I. Bill.
An Italian allergic to pomodori. Dio mio, you have my sympathies.
Well, it wasn't always like this. It started when they gave me radiation for my prostate.
There are some clues suggesting that Russ Fegoli could be Paulie's father. One, his name is Russ. He also has prostate issues, like Paulie. He's also Italian, though they're from the north. But of course, we don't know if this is the same Russ.
I had a biopsy. I might have prostate cancer.
All along, it was so that your cultured Italian friends, who were born and raised on Arthur Avenue, I might add.
You're a fake. That's how you brung me up. Fuck the two of yous. Worst thing, I'm not who I am. It's like my whole life is a joke.
Don't make me pull rank on you, kid.
Captain or no captain, right now we're just two assholes lost in the woods.
A big fucking joke on me.
He's got no wife. He's got no kids.
You're a fraud and a phony.
Only as good as your last envelope. You know that.
I was born, grew up, spent a few years in the army, a few more in the can, and here I am, a half a wise guy. So what?
I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'd love to hear from you.